Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's been a little bit since I posted a video. We got really busy with some family visiting and then just some work and other travel things. So it's finally time to give you guys a chicken update. As you can probably tell, I'm actually sitting in the chicken run right now. So we got that fully screened off and ready to go. And the chickens have grown quite a bit and they're all out right now. So I'm gonna give you a tour really quick. So we have a barred rock rooster, the black copper Moran, which I think is actually a hen because it hasn't really been developing a comb or spurs or anything. So fingers crossed that will be teriyaki. We have Buffalo here, who is a hen, and then we have Ginger, who is this brown one, and Chipotle is that brown one with the black on the neck. We have Nugget, the colorful one, Parmesan, who is also a hen, and then the rest of them are roosters. So we have a barred rock rooster, I think all three of them are roosters. The one might be a hen, I'm not sure yet. We have this white and gray rooster, we've been kind of calling him Frank. And then we have the very large white rooster who we've been very affectionately referring to as Guy Fieri because he has white hair and he loves to be the center of attention. So that is all of the chickens. They are getting quite big. The roosters have definitely started growing, so I think after this video might be the last time you guys see some of these roosters for sure. But they spend a lot of time out in the run, as you can tell by the grass outside versus inside. They love picking at all the vegetation, and I throw out scratch feed for them. We give them kitchen scraps, lots of stuff for them to play with. We have a feeder and some dirt for them to scratch around in, and a leftover Tupperware container I gotta bring inside. But that is the chickens. So I do still have a bunch of footage from introducing them into the coop and transitioning them to being outside chickens, so I'm gonna go ahead and play some of that imagery here, and then we'll come back for an update on the plan for the rest of the chickens. Well, it's not warm enough to leave the chicks out overnight, but we are going to start bringing them out to the coop during the day just so they have more space. So I built a little stand for their water to go up on, a stand for their food dish, which I have to go grab, and we put a perch in the back so they can start practicing their perching. And I think they're going to like the extra space. So these chicks are 5 weeks old now. Some of them are starting to get really red on their, why am I not remembering the name for that? Anyways, on their rooster part on their face, I'm completely blanking on the name. It's gonna bug me. It's not their wattle, it's their other one. Anyways, some of them are starting to turn really red, and so those ones are most likely gonna be the roosters. So that's that one there, the all white one, which we knew was a rooster. And this one just got a really developed crown, even though it's not turning red, but that's the black copper Moran chick. And I think we already said that darker one. But everyone else, oh yes, that black one there is also a rooster for sure. Everyone else, we still have to wait a little bit longer to know for sure if they're a hen or a rooster. But they're gonna spend the day out here today. I'm gonna go get their food, and they get to have some outdoor time all by themselves. Somebody's figured out how to use the roost. There's a better look at the black copper Moran. If you guys have these, that one right there, and they're 10 weeks old right now. So if you have had 10-week-old roosters and want to throw in the comments what your guess is for teriyaki here, I would love to hear it. What are you guys doing? Usually if I sit here long enough, one of them jumps up on my lap or tries to land on my shoulder. We'll see if they still do that. They're not like pet tame per se, but they definitely are super comfortable with me being in here. It doesn't really faze them at all, and I can definitely still like catch them fairly easily if I need to take a look at one for whatever reason. So I think that'll come in super handy for if there's ever any injuries or anything like that with any of the hens being egg bound. So yeah, we look like we might have like 6, maybe 7 hens, which is definitely more than I expected. I would have been totally happy with like 1 or 2 hens. So for right now, we are going to keep as many of the hens as we get. It'll still take a couple weeks to know for sure about some of the other ones. Yes, that's right, Buffalo. Nugget is sleeping in the back corner. And you may have guessed that my name theme is chicken wing flavors. I thought it was a little ironic to name chickens I would not be eating after wing names. I've had that list for about 3 years now, so it might just be me who thinks it's funny, but I thought it was cute. But yeah, so we are going to be keeping as many of the hens as we get. So right now that's looking like 5 or 6, just depending on how a couple of them sex out, which will be more than enough eggs. So I am going to be doing some egg preservation as well. I've looked at a few different methods, including freezing just like bags of scrambled eggs, looking at water glassing for preserving eggs. Hi, are you going to get up here? No, you're just going to eat the flies off me? Okay. They definitely like to get into everything. But yeah, so we're going to be going over some egg preservation stuff in the future. As I mentioned, these guys are currently 10 weeks old. You usually expect to see the first eggs somewhere between, I've read anywhere from 16 weeks all the way up to like 24 weeks, depending on the chicken. So end of September into October is when we are expecting our first eggs to show up, which will be a very exciting day for sure. And if you missed any of my egg hatching videos where I went over all of their genetics, I have the one black copper Moran, which if it does end up being a hen, we'll get the dark chocolate eggs from. And then the rest of them are either Barred Rock Americana crosses, which will lay a light green egg, or purebred Americanas, which will lay a blue egg. Hey Frank, you're not going to lay an egg though. You're going to end up going in a soup pot. So yeah, they're definitely not scared of me. We worked a lot with them as chicks, which is going to be hopefully pretty handy. But yeah, they're all looking at me because they're wondering why I'm talking to something and not giving them treats. Well, that concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all the chickens and getting to know which ones are named. This one I think is a little rooster, but yeah, I did manage to catch it. And we'll see you guys in the next video.